back to That Dad Guy. It's September 10th, 2023. Today I'm about writing postcards, so I've got 4 official ones that I can send out. I'm going to show you the ones that I've picked for those people. And then I've got some direct swaps that I'm going to respond to. We're going to talk a little bit about World Postcard Day again, and why I bring it up, you'll see. Anyways, so for today, it's beautiful outside. It's another nice day. We've had pretty good weather this past week, even touching on 40 degrees on one of the days with the humidity. But the rain is coming back again tomorrow, but the heat is still staying here. So we're getting rain, we're getting heat. I guess we're going to get an extended summer, maybe get back some of the summer we missed because of all the rain we had, and hopefully have a beautiful fall. So that's the weather update if you're here for the meteorology of this channel. Yeah, most of you aren't. You're here for the postcards today. So let's get to that. The first one I have is going to Ontario in Canada. So I was very glad to pull a Canadian postcrosser. The person says they're retired. They were an educational assistant in a French high school, specialized working with the troubled teenagers. Loved his job very much. He also worked 11 years with the mentally challenged adults, married 35 years, 7 children, 6 grandchildren, and their wife and he were foster parents and harbored more than 120 children over 30 years. That's fantastic. You gave them a safe space and a place to be. She speaks both French and English fluently and is a stamp collector. Enjoys all kinds of postcards, including LGBTQ cards are welcome. Family name, I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to give the name away. But didn't give me any other details about what sort of postcards he likes other than he's a stamp collector. So I'm going to send this Happy Postcrossing Mailman Lego postcard off, and then I will decorate it with some beautiful stamps for him. So I think that's the best thing to do in his case. The next card I have is going off to Tennessee, and she says, what a great time to be alive. We are also easily connected and able to communicate with others so quickly. The world keeps getting smaller and smaller. It certainly does with social media and the connections we're having through this hobby. We're able to meet people from around the world in a very short period of time. So very happy about that. She lives in Chattanooga, which is in the mountainous, it's a mountainous city in Tennessee. Let's try this again. She lives in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It is somewhat mountainous city that has Tennessee River snaking through the base of the mountains. There are lots of hiking trails, mountain roads to explore around here. We are home to the Tennessee Aquarium, the Rocky City, Ruby Falls. It's hot in the summer and rainy in the winter. No snow, but the fall, autumn is absolutely gorgeous. Hobbies include paint with watercolors and acquiring art supplies and books at a bargain price. Also loves to take Bible scriptures and illustrate them into doodles. Interests include reading books that make me feel warm and cozy. I love all things related to the fall. Watching watercolor painting tutorials, but not necessarily participating in all of them. They're very soothing. What makes her smile? Getting postcards from around the world. Puns. Fat bumblebees. I really like that one. Fat bumblebees. I haven't seen a lot of postcards that have fat bumblebees, if any. So yeah, that'd be a good one. Flowers, African elephants, cats, sunshine, unexpected kindness, and fall, of course, autumn. So she said fall a couple times, so I'm guessing she really likes fall. So we're going to go with this one here. This is a seasonal one of Quebec. I just got this card on my travels, and there are some lovely images of fall. Quebec certainly does have some beautiful fall colors with all the trees that it has around, much like New Brunswick. All right. Now this next card, I'm going to show you the card. I'm not going to read the description or where it's going because this person is actually someone who is a subscriber. This is a very new thing to me to be able to pull official postcrossing and get someone that I know. So this card is the one that I'm going to send out. This neon jukebox outside of Little Darling's Rock and Roll Palace. And this is in Kissimmee, Florida, or Kissimmee, depending on how you say it. So I hope the person that I know likes it. I've sent lots of other cards to them before. I have to say them and that, so make sure that you don't get the he's and hers and figure out who it is. So yeah, really excited to pull that card. When you see someone you know, I think 800,000 postcrossers. What are the chances you're going to get someone you know? And over the 2.5 years that I've been doing it, I think this is my first one. So pretty pleased with that. All right, the last official one I have is going off to Germany. And they say in their free time, they love to meet some friends and chatting while listening to deep house music, drinking a glass of wine. Because of the job as a travel agent, she travels a lot. She enjoys waiting for trains, planes, and buses in the time she usually reads a book. She's very interested in cruise liners, music, home decor, also loves playing The Sims 4 on her computer. Love to get a card that's drawn by you, maybe something from your country or a fantasy world or a self-portrait. Here are some ideas for postcards if you don't like to draw yourself. Paintings, artists, Blue Cats, Barbapapa, Doctor Who, Snoopy and the Peanuts, Beatles, The Sims computer game, Benedict Cumberbatch, Sherlock Holmes the TV series, Moomins, Disney and Pixar themed postcards. Big fan of Mary Poppins since she's a little 90s kid. Where's Waldo, Greetings From series, Thomas Kincaid postcards, Little Prince, postcards and travel poster design, interesting maps, especially floor plans, book cards that actually look like book covers, movie posters, Friends the TV series, space-related cards, Planet Suns, Earth, Milky Way, Mr. Men, and Little Miss. And then she says she doesn't like postcards with animals that much and no seasonal cards or religious cards. Please rate as much as you can on the card so I get to know you or your country, city, town, and what you like and what you love. Thank you very much in advance for your card and happy postcrossing. So there we go. So I went with Doctor Who. There was a lot of things on that list that I could have done. And she says she likes Doctor Who, any of the doctors. So I went with this one, Matt Smith, and some of the supporting cast around him. And to know that as Doctor Who, you can see the police box, the TARDIS there in the background. So hopefully she likes that. But I did struggle with this one a little bit because there were a lot of themes in there that I could have done. And I chose Doctor Who because whenever I see it, like I've said before, if someone puts they like Doctor Who, I usually like to send them a Doctor Who postcard. All right, here are some of the outgoing cards I have for friends and swap mail. This one here of the Newfoundland meetup that happened this summer, and the icebergs that you often see in the springtime floating down. What a cute husky puppy. So that one's going out with their signature blue eyes. We're getting to that time of year where fields are getting hayed or crops are getting picked. You're getting into corn, it's getting chopped up. Harvest time is all about. So here's one of the nice fields. We have this one here, some nice beach chairs. So we think of summer as it's winding down. It's winding down for us in Canada. This nice bear having a saunter through the woods. You can see the leaves are starting to change colors as it might be approaching fall. This one here, a little bit spookier, but I know the person that will get it will enjoy the card. So this is actually from Dungeons & Dragons, the role-playing game, and this is the cover from the Dungeon Master's Guide 5th edition. That's what you're seeing here. This one here, some scenes of New Brunswick to introduce New Brunswick to the world again, including the New Brunswick flag, which I think is very creative. I really like our flag. This one here, we've got a nice wooden postcard that I picked up on my last vacation. This gentleman here, I seem to be the channel, I don't know some of the other channels, I see some scantily clad women postcards that go out from time to time. I seem to be the only one that sends the scantily clad men one. I was very fortunate that someone sent them to me, and so I can send them out. I think postcrossers are mostly women, so I think they would appreciate that image more than they're going to appreciate some of the other images that you see. But hey, that's just me. All right, the other thing I wanted to talk about was World Postcard Day. And the reason why is, when do you send your world postcard? Now, I know officially ones that you print out for a registry, you send them on October 1st. But I know people start liking to receive them. Even last year, I printed off my cards and I started sending them out in I started sending them out in August when I received them. So I've got some little polo. I'm going to send 3 of them out this week. And we're the 10th already. Cards that I receive from friends next week, will probably be getting World Postcard Day cards back, I suspect, just so they start arriving by October 1st. And then my official ones that I get to send out for October 1st will get mailed out on October 2nd, Monday. So that is what I'm doing. I don't know what you guys are doing. You can leave it in the comments below. Do you wait until October the 1st to send any World Postcard Day cards out? Or do you start sending them out before so they're arriving around October 1st? Because there are some countries that take a little longer for the mail to get there. And like I've said before, I like to respond with a World Postcard Day to friends that have already sent me something. So sometimes if they send me something, like say it arrives this week, I might not get something again from them again for another month or more. So I want to make sure that I send something back, and I want them to have these cards if they want to have them. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've got 3 that are going out this week. I was very tempted to send out more of them, but hoping that next week I'll be doing a lot more. So maybe next Sunday's video, you'll just be seeing me put up this card a whole bunch of times. I'm pretty proud of Polo and this card, so happy to send it out. I've had some requests for cards to be set aside, that they're going to send me a card and I will send them one back. So I don't mind doing that. I've started creating a list of that, so as I receive the cards that I can send them out, I can strike them from the list and know that they've gone there. And as my 50 cards diminish, then they'll be gone when they're gone. Even last year's card, I don't have one of my World Postcard Day card from 2022. I sent them all, and I'm going to do the same thing again this year. Blank cards, as I've stated lots of times, are not for saving and keeping in your collection. If you're a postcrosser anyways, they're for mailing out right on the back. Use a postcard for what it's intended to do. Put it in the mail. Let the postal system do its job, and hopefully get it to you safely. So that's what we're going with. All right, I got some postcards to write. You might have some postcards to write, so get at it. There is a fun video that will be coming up soon. It's in the works, talking about it, doing things. That's my hint for right now. You'll see. Anyways, have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?